What are the dorms like at Prager University, do you think? And also, why have I never seen, like, where's the Prager University football team? Like, what would that university's football team be called? There's our mighty football team, the Prager University Slaveholders. Wait, what? What? It's just a name. It's just their name. Calm down. When the scientist who figured out the internet, when they put that together, they were like, what could possibly go wrong with this? People being able to connect with each other, they can make their own media. What could possibly go wrong with that? Well, this is an example of maybe the internet's a net negative, okay? And that's called the Tim Pool program. And what I can gather from the Tim Pool show is it's a bunch of 8th graders, and they were given the assignment, I don't know, by a teacher or some crap, who cares, who knows? Can you trick Meemaws and Peepaws across the beautiful country? Can you trick them into giving you millions of dollars in super chats? And they got an A+. They got an A+ in the class.
Latina stepmom F's her stepson
Whoa!
To get him to stop masturbating.
Oh, hey! Hey guys, sorry about that. That's, what's her name? Candace Owens. I guess she changed the format of her show. It's some kind of a pervert porno show now. I mean, the only thing we could say about it is...
What a pervert. What a pervert.
MILF caught cheating by husband with naughty stepdaughter.
Whoa!
Fourth one.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have time to watch this episode, but I think she's like, here's what's on the show today. Hey, Candy, what else is on the show today?
Fantasy. Horny stepbro
Ew!
F's his stepsister Hazel.
Yuck!
There's a third.
Horny. What a great time we have here on this show.
So Giselle bunched in the backseat here, as I call her, would lead us to believe also that, which I disagree with, that if you live in your car, there's a tidiness to your car, apparently, in all these videos. The car seems relatively new looking.
Let me tell you this, guys. I'm going to tell you this right now, okay?
I ate a cheesy gordita crunch in my automobile once, okay? I ate a CGC in my car, and the car has not been the same since. That was years ago. So I do not believe that you can live and eat in your car for 2.5 years, as she said she does, and for every square inch of that car not to be covered in plastic cheese product, as is the, what happened to my car from the CGC. I just don't believe this. I think that this is a crisis actor, that this is some sort of operation to be like, hey, look, the rent, we're just not going to do anything to fix this housing problem where there's crazy statistics like, oh, half of people can't afford their rent.
Whoops.
So let's get some models in cars to be like, hey, look, models live in their car. Hey, models live in their car.
Let me talk about the most comfortable underwear on the market. These are Tommy John underwear. And it's not just for men. Women also can get great underwear from Tommy John. They are just the best. My wife just bought some new underwear from Tommy John. I've got...
Okay, come on, Ben. Did you run that past your wife? That what you just said? I could see my wife, if I was married, being like, hey, can you leave my panties out of this? Ben Shapiro's wife, if you're out there, I'm sure you're a nice lady. Ben Shapiro comes home and be like, hey, no, can you not talk about my underwear? Today on the show, we're going to be talking about families, okay?
Families.
Actors like Vincent Diesel have shared with us how important they are. Families. Sometimes we see them at a park, together, flying a kite, having a good time. Sometimes we see them at a Target or a theme park, and they're like, come on, let's go!
Come on, hurry up! Come on, let's go!
If you don't, you'll see this a lot. If you don't stop, wow.
In high school in leafy Westchester County, she was known as Sandy Cortez. We still call her that because of all her various pseudonyms. That one fits the best.
Okay.
And then, when she became a member of Congress, she adopted the august and faintly exotic title, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Calm down, Tucker.
Sounds like the name.
There's another recurring Tuck segment where we got to get Sandy Cortez. And this one, he starts out with like 1.5 minutes, like making fun of her name, I guess. And it's like, all right, but your name's Tucker. That's like a dog's name. Oh, Tucker got up. Tucker got up on the counter and he ate a bunch of chocolate.
We had to call the vet. Tucker ruined the weekend.
Why do we adopt Tucker? It's not as fun as all the work that goes into Tucker.
That's right, guys. Today we'll be looking at a highly anticipated debate between this guy, John Featherston, and what's the other guy's name? And a guy who made millions of dollars scamming the elderly on daytime TV. So it's good. Wow, what an interesting lineup.
Insult stealing the spotlight
Whoa.
while voters want a voice on the issues.
I'm thinking about women's rights.
The unity of the people. I'm looking for civility.
I like that one guy who they got at a restaurant. They're like, hey, what are you looking for in a candidate? He's like, civility. Civility. I'm looking for civility in this debate. Okay. Why are you looking for that?
Hey, I'm a candidate for government.
Hey, I'm a candidate for government. I want to take away your Social Security and make healthcare impossible for you to get, or completely unaffordable.
Politely.
What's that? Oh, hey guys, welcome to the program. It's time to continue our descent into online lunacy by taking a look at some of our favorite lunatics.
Some of our favorite online goons.
They go by the name of, I believe they call themselves the Daily Weirdos.
So because of the
Oh God, okay, sorry. I want to extend my deepest, sincerest offer that I would like to come on the Timcast program. Again, and this would be all consensual. We would have to sign a contract that will stipulate, okay, that's a legal term, thank you. And it will stipulate in this contract that I do get to kick down all that crap off the wall, okay? All the details will be in the contract, but it will say things like, you know, he could do a sort of a flying roundhouse kick onto that. Those walls are going to get severely damaged as well while I'm doing this, you know. I take the guitar down, I pee on it. That's a little, you know, it's disturbing, but that's business. Okay.
We did find a doctor
who talks about how she convinced Nashville to get into the gender transition game to begin with. And she says that, yeah, she told him it's the right thing to do, but also in large part, it's a big moneymaker, which were her exact words. And she goes into some of the details about how much money there is to be made from this. And
wow.
One of the
So I guess with the Daily Wire, who now I'm really pissed off at because they're the type of dirty communists, and many say, not me, who believe that this disgusting profit motive should be taken out of the healthcare system. I disagree. Because, what's that guy's name? Adam Smith. Is it Adam Smith or Adam Levine? Which is the guy who wrote the book about the stuff? This is from NPR like a month ago. A majority of Americans see an, quote, invasion, unquote, a majority see an invasion at the southern border, NPR poll finds. And as you could guess, over half of Republicans they say it's completely true that there's an invasion. And then the poll went on to ask them, are they in your house right now trying to get you? And they said definitely true, 100%. Also, Mimas and Peepaws are totally 100% sure that people are flooding into the country and they're just holding fentanyl. And they're like, is there a little blonde child that I can give this to? All that I just said, they asked on the poll, and they said 100% yes. That's also true.
I also know that they're no longer paying people $10 an hour to put the bread on the shelves. They're now paying them $20 to $30 an hour.
No, it's totally made up. Pure fiction.
To put the bread on, which is why the cost of bread went up, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't wheat.
and it wasn't a shortage. No, it's the cost of labor.
So is Coach Ding Dong... So is Coach Dave Ramsey correct about this? Because this is what we've been hearing in the media, okay? I looked at a whole bunch of MSNBC, CNN, and they're all kind of saying stuff like this. Oh, well, labor costs more. People, these people are greedy, man.
According to this chart, what is the biggest driver of inflation during the pandemic? The blue is the dark blue is the recent period.
Okay.
It would be corporate profits.
And what is that percentage?
It is 54%, and that number does stay that level of high if you update that number to more recent numbers as well.
Whoa. So over half of the increased prices people are paying are coming from increases in corporate profits.
Yes, the unit price index is reflected in corporate profits opposed to other costs.
And how does that compare to historically to other periods of inflation or over other periods of economic time?
as reflected there and in other analysis, it is significantly higher in this recovery.
Wait, I don't get it. I'm confused. So this economist guy says to a congressperson that it's 54% of the inflation is caused by corporate profits. But Dave Ramsey says it's because of these greedy bastards who work in supermarkets. He's an economist too, so what's that? Oh, he's a random idiot? Oh, okay.
Today on the Matt Walsh Show.
Whoa, calm down, Matt. Okay, go ahead.
Children's hospitals around the country are butchering, mutilating, and sterilizing their young patients. So according to Boston Children's Hospital, literally every toddler who has ever been born or will ever be born is trans.
Whoa! Is that true? Wow.
What? Wipe your ass with them.
What, the kids?
Wipe your ass with them.
Jesus, Emma.
Letterman should not be here. I mean, look, imagine he's standing next to, he's in the Senate, and he's standing next to McConnell or somebody, and they quickly come up and say, John, you got to understand what we're pushing this bill because it matters the most that we get inflation down right now. So we got to cut spending here, we got to cut spending here. We're going to look at a 2.3% increase. You need to get on board with this. I'm not going to ask you twice. And John goes, what?
He's going to be a terror to work with. I would hate his staff.
That really is what like a child thinks of politics. Hey, there's people in the Senate and they're like, go, come on, we'll go this, we'll do this, we'll sign this, we'll do. That's literally like what a 13-year-old thinks goes on in like the Senate. What if Mitch McConnell breakdances up and he's like, hey, have you heard Mitch? This is.
When someone walks up to him personally and says, I need you to back me on this one, a Democrat even. Democrats need to consider this for themselves. A Democrat's going to walk up and say, John, vote yes, we need to get this bill.
Like the funniest thing about this is the average age in the Senate is coffin. Like it's all hearing aids and ointment, and they're still using this picture of old AOC, of poor old Sandy, still using the same picture. Like if you look up like even that old doofus Thomas Sowell or whatever that moron's name is, even in like some of his thumbnails, they use this exact same picture, which is they're basically saying like, hey, we only have one picture where she doesn't look cute. There's only one picture. There's only one picture where Sandy doesn't look cute, where she's like, we got her on that one, but man, she's always looking good. She's looking good though. She's always looking good though. What are you saying? Yeah, she's always looking good.
Kanye West is now being sued, apparently, by the George Floyd family. The rapper who goes by Ye erroneously declared on a podcast Floyd died from fentanyl, not as a result of police brutality. Erroneously? I mean, this happens to be under dispute on a factual level.
I like that Ben Shapiro's like, he's like,
there's debate about this. There's a lot of debate about the cause of death.
And yeah, there is debate. There is debate. And that debate is between the medical examiners who said over and over again in court that this guy died from what the police were doing. So that's one side of the debate. The other side of the debate is a mentally ill rapper who watched a documentary on Ben Shapiro's channel. So
technically,
also the reason that he's talking about this is because Kanye West is being sued by George Floyd's family, but Kanye West is just repeating things that Candace Owens put in a documentary. And I would love to see the Daily Wire get sued by George Floyd's family and win and just absolutely bankrupt the Daily Wire. I mean, that would be just beautiful to see Ben Shapiro. He now has to film the thing on his phone.
He's like, welcome to the show. It's me, and I'm here at the library. They're like, shh.
Hey, it's me, Ben. I'm here, Panera Bread.
And here for comment on whatever I'm talking about is Michael Knowles.
So he has to turn the camera around. It's all shaky.
The city of Minneapolis,
where Prince is from,
has been negotiating.
Right.
Negotiating with whom?
With the community.
Wow. So the city is being held hostage by the community that is running the autonomous zone. Do I have that understood?
That's correct.
I don't think this even exists anymore. I know that they reopened this to traffic, so cars go through this area again now. But I kind of like that moment where she's like, who controls this area? And he's like, the community. You mean this part of the city is controlled by poor people instead of rich people? She's like, I'm confused. I'm sorry. Can those people give me money for expensive goods and houses? And this guy's like, no, they cannot. These poor people control this part of the city. She's like, get the limo. This whole segment is just so this guy can be like, other people are bad. Other people are gross. They're dirty. They're dirty. I'm also Jordan Peterson. They're dirty. Which is why I would like to remind everybody, check in on Grandpa. You know, guaranteed Grandpa's watching this.
Let's all check in on our grandpas, okay?
Check in on your grandpa, cause he's getting some funny ideas.
Yeah!
Goose stepping around the retirement home.
I'm 99% sure I could fucking skate through this.
Take it easy.
In a healthy way. If I, use the right medication and take care of myself.
Calm down, Joe.
Why am I being locked out of the restaurants? Why can't...
Why am I being locked out of the gym?
Can't go to the gym. Yeah, you can...
Remember, Joe Rogan is a guy who part of his, everybody is in a bubble. You know, everybody's too sensitive. They're weak. A lot of these men, they're weak. Restaurants closed for 2 months. Oh, sorry, Joe Rogan. The Panera Bread is going to be closed for, a month and a half. I'm dying. Hey, Joe Rogan, I'm sorry. The Planet Fitness is going to be closed, for a while because there's a disease outbreak that's, killing 1 million people. So you're going to have to work out at your home gym, in your mansion for a while. I can't breathe. Men are weak. Men are weak nowadays. That's the problem. I'm sorry, Joe Rogan, but you can't actually physically come into the smoothie place. We're going to have to bring it out to you in your car. He's like, I can't. Hey guys, it's me again, John Depp. You might remember me from such movies as Edward Doodoo-Bed, Pirates of the Diarrhea, Duty Brasco, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Not everything's going to be good on this channel.